Hello everyone. Today I am discussing about control of multi-source energy, photovoltaic system, fuel cell and batteries based multi-level inverter for AC loads. This is the base paper for the title. Control of multi-source energy, PV system, fuel cell and battery based multi-level inverter for AC loads. What are the major things we need to discuss about multi-source energy? What is meant by multi-source energy? That means here I am using more than three source energy systems. That means PV, fuel cell and battery based. Okay. When we are generating power from the PV panel or fuel cell or battery, it will be act as a energy generating sources. Okay, PV cell, PV panel, fuel cell and battery, here it will be act as a energy generating sources. So for that energy generating sources I am giving multi-level inverter. Okay, why we require multi-level inverter, all these things we will discuss in the below matter. Okay, so this is the block diagram representation for the multi-source PV panel, fuel cell, battery and also multi-level inverter, and this is the load. This is the load for the home applications. Okay, so why I am preferring this PV panel, fuel cells, batteries, why we require these things means you already know. Okay, in present day scenario we don't having continuous power supply for the home appliance or industrial application or okay, individual load applications. Okay, so whatever the loads we have, we required AC supply only. Okay, whatever the load we have, we required AC supply only. So for that I am preferring this DC microgrids. Okay, this all three refers to the DC microgrids. Okay, so why we require interconnection of these three microgrid with the home appliance? Okay, why we require these three DC microgrids with the home application? Okay, so all these things will be discussed in the below matter. So when we interconnecting all these things, our parallel connection of all these three generating units, we having some problem. What the problem rise means, we need to maintain constant DC at the DC bus voltage, DC bus terminal, and also we required energy management between the each and every generating source. Okay, these are the two disadvantages when we talk about the three microgrids. Okay, what are the disadvantages when we parallel connection of these three microgrids means, we need to maintain DC link voltage constant, and also we need to energy management between the individual generating sources. This is the major problem. Okay, so for that problem we need an advanced controller there. Okay, we need to place an energy management strategy for the power flow between the each and every generating source, and also we require to maintain a constant DC at the DC bus terminal. These two are the major things. For that I am using MPPT controller. Okay, for that I am using MPPT controller. You already know about the PV panel, fuel cells and batteries. Okay, if you didn't know about these things, I just simply mention this a small topic about the PV panel, fuel cells and batteries. You already know PV panel is based upon the photovoltaic effect. Okay, that means light radiation or temperature is focused on the solar panel. Solar panel is able to observe the light radiation and temperature, and from the solar panel it causes a photovoltaic effect. From the photovoltaic effect I am generating solar power. Okay, that power is in the form of DC only. So that's why I'm here I'm getting DC. But whatever the power getting from the PV panel is not constant. Why? Because it depends upon the light radiation and temperature, or radiation irradiance and temperature. These two are the variable parameter for the solar panel. And when we talk about the fuel cell, here we are using proton exchange membrane fuel cell. Okay, that means biomass. Biomass, that means by using wastage material we need to generate power. Okay, that's the major role for the fuel cell. That means with the waste bio products we are generating power from the fuel cell. That is the concept of the fuel cell. Okay, and batteries, you already know batteries. Which type of batteries we have preferred in MATLAB? Nickel hydride or lithium cadmium alloy. These are the battery types. So, and we need to maintain the constant DC bus voltage. Why we required to maintain constant DC bus voltage means inverter. Okay, when we talk about the inverter, this one is the multi-phase inverter na. What I am using in this block diagram is neutral. NPC refers to the neutral point clamping inverter. Okay, neutral point clamping 3-phase multi-level inverter. Okay, so when we talk about the inverter required constant input DC or not? When we talk about the inverter required constant DC input or not? So that's why I need to maintain a constant DC at this terminal. For that I am using this MPPT controllers, all these things. Okay, so first of all I am generating DC power from this individual generating sources. From there I am generating power from these individual generating sources. And here we having low voltage DC na, so here we need to convert low voltage DC to high voltage DC. How we are going to convert low voltage DC to high voltage DC? By using choppers only. Okay, but that means here we are using boost choppers. Boost converters are boost choppers. Okay, simply I am using boost converters are choppers. In order to control the DC, that means in order to control the constant DC voltage from the boost converter, we require an advanced controller. For that I am using MPPT controller here. Okay, for every design. Okay, that means either fuel cell or batteries, all these require energy management na. So energy management means input and output will be controllable in our hands only. That means for energy management scheme we require these MPPT controllers. Okay, that's the major concept. And this is the solar panel DC-DC converter controlling process. Okay, so for that I am giving clear MATLAB explanation for that. When we talk about the solar panel, I am giving input is temperature and radiation that is given to the solar panel. Okay, to the solar panel I am having low voltage DC. I need to convert to high voltage. How I am going to convert to high voltage means with the help of this MPPT controller and this pulse width modulation technique. So here we are using a MOSFET or IGBT, whatever the switch may be. So I need to turn on by a gate triggering. How I am generating gate triggering means with the help of the pulse width generator. So how I am generating this pulse width modulation technique means with the help of the MPPT controller. From here is the major thing. I having IPV and VPV. These are the inputs given to the MPPT controller. Why I am giving these two terminals to the MPPT controller means I will show you here. Okay, this is the major one. Okay, here I am using perturb and observe method. Okay, we for MPPT controller we having so many controllers types we have, but we in this model we just focus on the perturb and observe method. Why we are using this perturb and observe method means I just need to generate a duty ratio. Why we require this duty ratio? You already know. When we talk about the boost converter or chopper, it requires duty ratio to turn on the switch. Okay, so for that requirement I am creating this MPPT controller. For this MPPT controller only we are generating duty ratio. Okay, so from here we are generating a duty ratio to boost the low voltage to high voltage. Okay, now I am going to discuss about the battery. Now I am going to discuss about the battery. This is the battery. Okay, when we open this battery block, it having types. Okay, nickel cadmium or lithium ions or lead acid or nickel metal hydride. These are the types. Okay, so when we talk about the batteries, you know already the role of the batteries. It is used for the charging and discharging conditions. Okay, batteries are mainly used for the charging and discharging condition. Here is the here is the here we are using buck boost converters. Okay, in this block we are using buck boost converter. One is mainly that means you already know buck boost. Why we require buck boost converter means for charging and discharging purpose. Okay, for certain time period solar and fuel cells both are combined to generate high voltage. Okay, at that time we need to observe that power. When we having excess of energy, at that time the battery need to observe that power and store it. Okay, for certain time period. When it is unable to, that means a PV panel or fuel cell is unable to deliver power from the generating unit, at that time we require battery as a discharging mode. That means it is need to deliver the power. That means battery is need to deliver the power to the remaining part. Okay, that means the major part of the battery is charging and discharging. That's the role of the battery. So for that we need to control, we need to place a advanced controllers here. So in your base paper, according to the base paper, I am designing this controlling part all. Okay, according to the controlling I am placing all this part. Okay, fuel cells you already know. Okay, fuel cells is you already know about the fuel cell. By the waste material we just generating the fuel parameter. Okay, so going to the simulation model. This is the simulation model for the entire design. This is the solar PV array. This is one is the fuel cell, and final thing is batteries. Okay, we are parallel connected to the inverter. This is the inverter terminal. Okay, in when this part. Okay, this part is the this major thing. This one. This is connected to the this DC bus link is connected to the C1 and C2 capacitors. To this C1 and C2 capacitor I am connecting a inverter. Which type of inverter I am preferring? 3-phase neutral point clamping inverter is using. Okay, and to the 3-phase inverter I am using a 3-phase load or AC load. Okay, a 3-phase load or AC load will be using here. Okay, after running this model, okay, after running this model we having this results. Check the results one by one. Okay, power generation for the individual microgrids. Okay, this one is the power generation of the hybrid system under varying AC loads. Okay, click for this here, this one. Observe this image carefully as it is in this type. Okay, the result will be shown as it is in the base paper. Next one is so irradiance. Okay, next one is irradiance, that means this block. Next one is state of charge. This one is the state of charge part. Next one is voltage across the battery. This one is the voltage across the battery. Okay, compare this wave. Okay, next one is current across the battery. Okay, current across the battery. Next one, current of the fuel cell. Current across the fuel cell. This one. Next one is DC link voltage. DC link voltage. It is constant. DC link voltage is constant. Next one is PV panel. PV panel voltage. This one. Next one is PV panel current. This waveform. Okay, PV panel current. And final thing is AC load currents. AC load currents. Okay, compare this one to the this part. This is the current value. How I am telling this one is the current. That means at the load side we require 10 amperes to the 30 amperes only. Okay, current will be in the range of 10 to 30 amperes only. That's why I am placing this one. Okay, and voltage, it will be vary between the 300 voltage. Okay, 300 magnitude. Okay, so this is the overall project about the multi generating sources with neutral point inverter for the home applications. Okay, thank you for watching this video.
మీరు రికార్డ్ చేశారా యూసఫ్